rise and shine.
We made it. It's a long time coming. I have no idea if this mic thing works. I can't. It looks like it's working. It makes me look more official. So I've been in Japan for 6 days now. I moved to Osaka. And let me tell you about the past 6 days, because it's been a time. So I get dropped off at the airport. Oh, girl. I'm at the airport. There's a spectator in the back that you can't see, and I will not show him, but he watched me get all my stuff together. Okay, now I gotta check these bags. I have to pee. I feel like anxiety pees and farts. It's crazy. Jay just dropped me off. Let me get to where I need to go. I bring 3 bags of luggage. I wanted 2, had to take 3. The third bag was so heavy, in fact, it was 95 pounds, and United wanted to charge me $400 for it. I said, no, I will get on my knees in front of everybody, open up my luggage, and just start throwing shit away. Hey, Queen. Packing. The fee was $400. Not going to pay that, so I gotta get rid of a lot more stuff. But what to get rid of? That's the question. And that's what happened. I couldn't get it down to 50 just without just like trashing stuff that I needed. So I got it to like a cute 65, and then I only paid 200, which was within budget. That's as much as I actually wanted to pay that day. It was definitely like a humbling and, depending on your perspective, humiliating experience. I didn't feel humiliated, but it was a good opportunity to really get rid of just extra stuff you actually don't need. So I definitely recommend overpacking and then getting told how much you'd have to pay and then throwing out more stuff, because it'll force you to really throw out that stuff. I had 2 flights. The first one was an hour, and then the other one was my actual flight to Osaka. And unfortunately, on that first flight, I was sitting next to a lady who was very ill. She had the wet scenario. Hated that. 6 days later, I'm not sick though. I feel good. So I think we good.
Number 1, and welcome aboard.
I made it. Now I'm gonna wait to get on the plane to Osaka. But I'm excited. Yay! I got a poop out when I got off the first plane, so I'm really excited now because I'm not gonna be as uncomfortable sitting in a chair for 11 hours as I would be if I also had to poop. Then on my actual flight here, I had to raw dog that 12-hour flight because I foolishly chose an aisle seat. When I was choosing the aisle seat, I was thinking, well, it'll be easier for me to get in and get out. If somebody else needs to get in and get out, I can just leave. I don't have to like hop over 2 people, and I'm probably gonna rot in the seat, so I don't want to rot and then have to excuse myself in close quarters between 2 people. You know what I mean? But because of that, I couldn't sleep. If you're in a window seat, you can kind of like angle yourself so you can, rest in the corner. That was not happening. Every time I started to nod off, I'd wake right back up. And I realized that around hour 2 of 12. So that flight was difficult. I definitely felt like I was developing arthritis in the middle of it. Beginning, middle, and end, I should say. But finally, I got off the flight. I got through immigration and customs. And I think what was really interesting was that, like, where the baggage claim was, they have, like, baggage claim people who, like, line up all your baggage in, like, a cube form, like a square form. And I was like, oh, that's different. I'm used to just sort of, like, battling people for my luggage. Also at the airport, this is where I began to make my fatal error. Having some type of pocket Wi-Fi or an eSIM, if that's available to you, is extremely important, because I didn't realize just how expensive roaming charges are. It's $2 per megabyte. Per megabyte, at least for AT&T. My phone is still locked, as it is not paid off. So I turned on the data roaming, but listen, I've been in a very privileged position where I didn't have to pay my phone bill. So I didn't know about anything pertaining to the phone because my mom would just do everything and I'd just be like, not anymore. Not anymore. We're leveling up now. We're in a different stage of adulting. You gotta get your own phone now. So, I attempted to call my housing agent. Probably shouldn't have done that. Even when I got him on the phone, he was like, you can just email me. If you need anything else, go ahead and email me. Yeah, no concept of an international charge. Just none. I got in contact with him, so I let him know my ETA. Then I got lost looking for the luggage delivery because I knew I couldn't take 3 bags on the limousine bus thing. So I checked my biggest bag over here with the luggage delivery. That went okay. I stood first in the line for the limousine bus, only for like the bus attendant guy to be like, line up this way. And by the time I could get all of like my stuff together and move, I was in the back of the line, all the way in the back. I also asked the attendant guy how many bags you can take just to check, and it was in fact 2. He went, Nico, chi. This man was old. I saw his hearing aid. So he had old man mush mouth, and when he said chu, all of the spit that was sitting in wait, lying in wait in his mouth, went all over my face.
People say I was made for this. Nothing else would I trade for this. And just think I get paid for this.
All over it. And I knew he saw that happen too. I was owed an apology I did not get. I just went, arigatou gozaimasu. I didn't even give a fuck, really. It was funny, but I was so exhausted. I was just like, whatever. I just need to get to a bed now. So the housing guy comes and he picks up me and one other person, and we get to our share house. We're both only gonna be here for a little bit and then we're transitioning into our actual apartments. But let me just show you how crazy the stair situation is here. How's Joy? This is my room. It always looks so messy and gross. I just like, there's just a bunch of stuff everywhere. Look at this. There's a mosquito out here. I have to close the door. Dun 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 dun. Look at, can I even switch the camera around? I don't even think I can switch the camera around on this phone. That's really insidious. I don't know if you can sense like the gravity of how steep these steps are. You must hold on to that railing at all times. It's imperative. So cute, so cute. So the stairs are insane. The house is good though. It's nowhere near the level of Hell Hostel. Really glad I was able to experience something like that. So now I know what a true difference in quality of living establishment is really like. So day 2, and I'm so grateful for this. Our housing guy helped us at the residence hall ward place to get our addresses printed on the back of our residence cards. He like filled out all the paperwork and like took us there and like did most of the talking. Eternally grateful to that man. We got a short tour of the area from our housing guy, and then afterwards I walked myself over to Don Quixote. America vibes. America vibes. So exciting. Fit check. I'm way overdressed for this weather, but I think most people are, from what I've seen. Okay, should I vlog the Don Quixote? I've been to one before, but it was in Honolulu. I've never been to an authentic a Pachaco. Cutie, cute. I've never been to one. Like, I'm in the real one. Very cute. Okay, I guess I'll show you around. Cool, all the stuff, so cool. Wow, stuff, wow. Look! My stuffs! My stuffs! My husband! So cute! They have a whole millennial section, that's nice. Oh, sexy girls, so there's a lot of them. Let's get out of here! I high-key want the body pillow, is that crazy? I high-key want it. I can't carry it, I have to make a second trip. And picked up some food and like extra stuff that I felt like I needed. I really needed an adapter for my laptop though, because it's 3-prong, and I didn't realize how difficult it would be to find one. Don Quixote had every other option for every other country other than America. So I was like, eh. And that's fair. That's fair. Queen, this is like the one thing I came here for. I don't think there's like any normal ones. What is this? Normal? Okay, there's none from like America. They have them for like China, Taiwan. We got Thailand over here. And I never knew like an adapter could look like this. Like, what is this? It's a face. I'm so shook. None of these are right. Oh, I'm screaming. I also felt like I spent way too much money on the food there. Like I spent 83 yen, but like I need to go to Costco and bulk up. I'm actually out of food right now, and I'm gonna have to buy something. I don't want to spend any money on groceries though. Like I really don't want to spend any money on like extra utensils and stuff since I'm not gonna be here long term, and I'm gonna have to put all this shit back into the luggage cases and then get it over to my house that's like an hour away or something. Afterwards, I got lost a bit on my way home, but I found my way back. It sucked because I was carrying a heavy ass bag full of groceries, but it's okay. It's okay. I gotta work out these arms anyway. They got so big in the way. I gotta do something about that. Oh, and I mustn't forget the internet here. Some level of prehistoric that has not been unearthed by the world's most advanced and established architect. It is dinosaur internet. So it can connect to my laptop okay, but then it cuts out whenever it feels like it. Usually if I restart my laptop, it'll get going again, but my phone cannot connect to it. The new phone that I got cannot connect to it. So my old phone that I'm reading the notes on right now, bricked. No Wi-Fi, no data, bricked. So the past freaking 5 days was like terrible. My communication has been at an all-time low. Okay, I connected to the Don Quixote Wi-Fi just fine. So the Wi-Fi at my place just sucks. And it's okay because the whole $1,000 debt thing would have happened regardless of whether or not the Wi-Fi sucked. Hey, let's check in. Let's check in with each other. But this is kind of a one-way thing. Okay, so I'm gonna preface this by saying I owe a lot of money to a lot of different entities. Damn! And I have been owing a lot of money since I was 18. We have what? We have our student loan debt. We have credit cards. And now, I just realized how expensive international roaming fees are. And like, I knew they were expensive, but I didn't know just how much. So now I owe like what, like $1,200 to my mom, because she pays the bill, which is probably why I was so flagrant about the use, which is fine, because let me tell you what I did. So the day before I had to fly out, I was talking with my friend Kiala, and she looked up online and she was like, isn't this your same flight? Mind you, I had previously paid $1,500 on the credit card, the new credit card that I got, for said flight. I'm hoping the eye thing stops with all this water in the air. I feel like it's stress-induced, but I just like, I was stressed out as fuck in Honolulu, and this never happened. Oh my god. So anyway, she finds the price of the ticket for much cheaper. And she was like, you should cancel your previous ticket and buy this one. And I was like, no, I'll just eat the cost, like it's fine. And no, and she's like, no, you should contact them and ask if this is something that's possible. So I did that, and it worked. So I think, what was it, 1,400 or 600 something? I don't know. I got the email. It went back to my card, and I only had to pay about $500 for the flight. Yay! I saved some money, right? Well, I should also mention that my job gives a flight stipend of about $600 or something like that, USD anyway. So that flight's paid off. Awesome. I just think it's interesting, like universally speaking, that I could incur practically the same cost in roaming charges in 2 days. So did I really save any money? I saved $1,000 and then immediately owed $1,000 2 days later. Right back where I started. That's really interesting and fun and fresh.